There are pathogens circulating in the world for a long time, and they are, threatening the public health gradually. And especially during COVID pandemic, people are aware of the problem. So what we're doing in the lab is to develop engineering intervention process or method to kill the pathogens and to reduce the transmission.
The reason why we selected this study is that because we want to boost up the performance of disinfectants. Currently, we are using different type of disinfectants on the market. Some of them may not necessarily have good performance, and some of them, like peroxides, if we want to use them to kill the pathogens, we have to use a much higher concentration than we really need. So we developed this type of nanomaterial that is able to activate peroxides and to make them more reactive, to generate more reactive species to kill the environmental pathogens more easily. So by doing so, we can actually reduce the amount of peroxides that we are using daily, and not only just reducing the cost, but also make our society more sustainable. We can use the peroxides to kill the viruses directly, but unfortunately the performance is not good. When we are adding nanomaterial in the system, also known as the double atom catalyst, it is able to play a role to shuttle the electrons from the viruses to the disinfectant. So this will facilitate the electron flow from the viruses to the oxidant, and so it's eventually being killed more rapidly. The possible applications for these nanomaterials are the removal of the environmental pathogens or activation of the environmental pathogens in diverse environments. So for example, we can use them for the water purification, and we can potentially pack these nanomaterials in a column and allow the dirty water to go through this column, and eventually the water will be purified and the environmental pathogens will be killed. The other scenario we can think of right now is the surface coating. For example, like in the hospital, or maybe just our countertop in the house.
Because we do the disinfection in kind of a liquid system, so you can also think about doing that in surface disinfection, like surface cleaning, or for doing air purification when you kind of apply this material in kind of air filters.